The Community Education Channel presents Community View, a closer look inside community issues that matter. It's a glimpse, a preview highlighting issues and events important to the community, bringing public perception to light on local community issues that make a difference. Hello and welcome to Community View. I'm Melissa Anderson. You know, typically I'd be coming to you from our CEC studios at Dixie State University. However, due to the coronavirus, we are working from our homes. The COVID-19 pandemic has struck our nation very hard. We're working hard to stay home and stay safe. But with me today to talk about the impact on our tourism industry in Southern Utah is Kevin Lewis, who's the director of Greater Zion. Welcome, Kevin, and thanks for joining us today via Zoom.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa. And it's great we have this technology that we can get together like this.
Yeah, this is very new to me, but I'm working on it. Kevin, we talk about the impact of this devastating virus. We've been shut down kind of about a month or a month and a half now. Tell us about what kind of impact this has had on our tourism industry so far here in all of Utah, in Southern Utah especially, and what events have been canceled so far?
Yeah, I think it's good for us to maybe step back a little bit and just look at sort of what's happening on a national scene. Right now, there's like 300 million people across 45 states that are working under government-issued stay-at-home orders. So that's a huge number of people domestically, and then of course you have that expands out internationally as well. 80% of the destination marketing organizations in the United States have reduced or postponed spending towards marketing, towards travel, because nobody can travel. They're just not able to. And there's been some research out there too that shows that 84% of those people who were planning to travel in the next 6 months will change their travel plans. They've either done that or they will change that. And a lot of them are canceling, and a lot of them are changing destinations and that. So the impacts, just really significant when you look at the economy and the base here, the tourism economy. We're in our peak season. This is prime time for us, and so it's really just shut us down. A little bit of data locally that I can refer to. The lodging properties in Springdale did a survey last week, got some data out, and looking at what's going on in the lodging community there. They're estimating they've lost about $9 million in room revenue.
Oh, wow.
Since the start of this, and there's more to come. We're still going into it, so you've got April and May cancellations that will still fall into that. So that could grow significantly. And then if you look at the hotel base that we have countywide, these are pretty loose numbers, but they give you some directional information. Hotels are running roughly at about 20% occupancy right now, in a time when they would normally run between 80 and 90%, sometimes 100% even, and so we've lost a lot of revenue. If you figure that out, calculate how many rooms per night that we're down, and then calculate that on the room rate per night, we're losing about $450,000 a night in room revenue.
Wow.
Add that up, that's about $3 million a week, and if this goes 8 weeks, we're $25 million in room revenue alone. That is just off the books right now. It's just gone.
One of the bigger races that we were looking so forward to this year was the Ironman, which was going to be in May, and I understand that's been rescheduled, and we will have it eventually when this all lets up. But tell us about those types of events that are here typically this time of the year, and how many of those have had to cancel?
Yeah, Ironman gets the attention because it's the one that impacts us the most, and it has kind of one event that has the largest economic impact. That event alone is $8 to $10 million that would have come into our economy in May, just for the week of Ironman. Luckily, we were able to work with Ironman and work with all of the different organizations throughout the county that are impacted by that race, and find a way to reschedule it. So we postponed the race. It's now scheduled for September 19th. And we've been working with some of the other event organizers who also have events around that time to coordinate and make the best of the situation. And what we're hoping with that is that we can get through the initial wave here, maybe get back to some normalcy. And then with the fall, we hope to start to see some of the events and things come back into play. We don't know that that's going to be possible yet, but we're being optimistic about it. And working with Ironman, that was the idea. Is let's get this in the fall. We can still get that revenue to come in here.
Right.
Ironman's one event, and if you look at the Dixie Convention Center, again, prime season for them. Through May 16th, we had lost or canceled or postponed, rescheduled 36 conventions at the convention center.
Wow, that's a big hit.
It's huge, and again, hard to know the exact number, but just some rough calculations, probably 10 or $11 million in economic impact from convention center events. So you lost that much. You lost 8 to 10 million from the Ironman event alone. We had 20 event cancellations or postponements or whatever out at Legacy Park, the regional fairgrounds. There's another $2 or $3 million in economic impact from those events. So you can see how this is just really significantly impacting our overall economy. It's huge.
Tell us about your efforts now with the Greater Zion Stay Greater campaign, and how you think that is going to maybe not totally bring us out of the hole, but help with this whole thing.
Sure. Well, we just felt like as the entity responsible for tourism, and we have so many partners and players in this that are being impacted. We just wanted to do something. We felt like we wanted to do something, and came up with this concept that turns our attention locally. So we take some of the dollars that we would be spending out of the area to bring people here. There's no sense spending that right now, marketing those things. But we turned some of that locally, and so we came up with this concept of Stay Greater. And when you think about our vision, our Greater Zion Convention and Tourism Office, the vision is inspire greater, experience greater, and live greater. Well, now we just want to stay greater, and the message there is that we're looking back on the kind of people who we've always been. The people who settled this land were pretty determined and pretty resilient, and they got through tough things. And that has been the nature of the people here forever. And so that's the idea, is it's a way for us to kind of remember who we are, remember what we've been through, and buck up and be resilient and do the things that we've always done. And that's reaching out and helping where we can. I've used the phrase, stand where you are and lift where you can. So we may not be able to do the things that we used to be able to do, but there are things that we can do. And some of the ideas there, just ordering online or calling in for, your restaurant, your dining options, and then going and picking it up, using DoorDash, things like that. Do online ordering for shopping, so you don't have to go in the stores or whatever. You can order online and then go pick those up as well. Do as much of that as you can to still put that money back into the economy where you can. Maybe go out of your way a little bit. I've been trying to eat lunch every day out of the office as much as possible right now, because I can do that, and that's something I can invest back in. I know some other things that people have done, they say, don't forget the tip, right? So, throw a little extra, even though you're going out to pick it up or something, maybe throw a little extra on the tip and support those workers that are out there trying to keep those businesses alive. Other ideas would be to invest in things like gift cards right now. If you can invest locally in those companies right now and infuse a little bit of money into that for something that you'll use down the road, that money gets into the economy and keeps those businesses a little more viable, a little more healthy. And then we just want to support in any way we can the good work that's going on out there. There's a lot of great innovative ideas that are happening. Support for the people that have been out of work. People throwing, giving them opportunities to come and get food. Some of the restaurants that are closed have created, systems for people who are out of work to come and get some food there, things like that. There's just a number of things. And so if you look around town, we've created Stay Greater signs that are being posted in front of the businesses. Again, just pulling us, reminding us of who we are, helping create this sort of solidarity that we're all in this together. there are a lot of frontline workers out there, medical professionals and others that are working essential jobs that are still out and about, going about their business to keep the systems in place that, keep our life as normal as possible. So those signs just help remind us that, hey, there's people out there that are fighting for you, and do what you can to help them too.
Well, we more than anything, we just want people to stay safe, and I think that any way we can help out, but at the same time, staying safe is a great thing to do. And once this all, hopefully, the virus gets knocked down, even if there isn't a cure for it, if we just kind of do follow the social distancing, the 6 feet, even when we're outdoors. I mean, outdoors it's we still need to stay away from each other for a while because we don't know who might be carriers of it. So we just want everybody out there to know that this isn't just an economic impact; it's also a human impact. So I just like to say thanks for letting people know that they can still go out, but they just need to be cautious.
Yeah, I really appreciate you bringing that up, Melissa. And, maybe we jumped ahead of that in the beginning, but that is really number one priority in all of this is we need to remain healthy. We need to remain safe. We need to be responsible citizens. And, I might be okay. I might think I'm healthy and I'm okay, but there are others out there that maybe are in different situations. And so I need to care more about just me and what my, personal situation is, and practice those things that will help everyone stay safe, stay greater, right?
Well, hopefully the next time I talk to you, we'll be all over with this because I'm going a little stir crazy talking to people through a TV set.
Yeah.
Person kind of takes away the human touch.
It's a little different, isn't it? But, again, grateful that we have the technology that we can do something and we can kind of connect face to face like this and carry on some dialogue. I think we'll see some things change over time, as we learn to adapt to this circumstance. Things might change a little bit, and I hope that we'll not get too anxious, that we play this out right, so that we can have a healthy and vibrant community in the long run too.
That's true. Thank you so much for joining us, Kevin, and thank all of you for joining us. And again, as we stress, to stay home and stay safe, but also to support your community when you can. And when this is all over with, I'm sure we'll be out celebrating. So thank you very much for joining us, and we hope you stay safe and do your part. Have a great day.